Anyway, we're going to go into The Office.
So we definitely spent 40 minutes on that, right?
Yeah, it's definitely like 45 minutes.
Oh, really? I thought we went way over.
No, 50 minutes. But that was when I started my timer. So we were like 10 minutes before that already talking.
Okay.
So we're definitely about an hour in. Anyway,
right on time.
We're going to go over The Office. We're going to talk about what we like, what we don't like, how we feel about different parts of this series. We're going to go through all 9 seasons, talk about it all in full. Can't go too in depth, but we're going to try. We
already kind of talked into season 1 a little bit.
We've already got Chewy's opinion about the paper. So Otis, what did you think?
Oh, Odie.
Odie, what did you think about the
Hey, don't be too judgy with him this time, okay?
I'm not. I'm always open to his opinion.
No, you act weird after he talks.
I'm always
he doesn't
open
talk
to his,
often.
I'm always open to his opinion. Otis, what do you think of The Office?
The Office is so good. I stopped watching when Michael left though because
he just makes me smile. I just want to cry. He makes me so happy. He's my baby boy. I love him so much. He needs to brush his teeth a little bit though. His breath is a little stinky.
Okay, anyway, we're gonna go into The Office. Season 1, we go in and we go right into just kind of like boring office climate. That's kind of what I was saying earlier is, we have the diversity day. It's such dry, offensive humor. That's another thing is the paper is obviously made in a modern climate. They can't make the same jokes as The Office.
Well, but jokes...
I honestly feel like they could. They could make
the thing
jokes.
Is The Office, it's offensive, but it's not really offensive because the person who's being a racist and a sexist is the joke. Like, he's a loser. Like, people are laughing at him. Like, it's not like the joke isn't, haha, she's Indian. The joke is, haha, he's black. The joke is, look at this fucking idiot who is saying the stupid stuff. So, and then Packer, he said the craziest stuff, but he was like so over extreme that it was ridiculous, and then everyone else showed how much they hated him too. Yeah. So like the writers, the only thing that was weird was when they made that person do blackface. I don't know if that was fully necessary, but moving past that. So like it's there. It's not even like really offensive. Like it's not even that crazy really, because the joke is this person's an idiot. But it does feel like they're going a little bit too clean sometimes in the paper. Like, there was nothing that was like...
It does feel too clean. There's not even one character who says... I honestly thought, like, they did the little, like, flip around where he says, like, I'm going to say the R word. And then he says, like, rubbish or something. Like, he says, like... I don't know. And it's like, you're just trying to play with us. Yeah. And it's like...
The Office, he's not funny.
The Office was not afraid. And that's what people love about it. It was so...
It's not like
bold.
fucking South Park.
I don't think
it's that bold.
It's not. But I don't think it's really that bold at all. To how people talk. And it's just like, these are people. And they're good and they're bad. And there's all good parts in them. And there's good bad parts of them. And like, they're all different. Like, there is just there is just people in the world who just talk like that, and you're like, ooh. And like, you can have characters that can react to it and be like, ooh. But like, it's okay to have that.
Esmeralda kind of does it a little bit. Yeah, like she says some stuff that's a little crazy.
Right. Anyway, but yeah, we have the Diversity Day episode, basketball episode. Season 1 is short, so it doesn't have a lot. It also is really trying to find its footing for the characters. Michael was not full Michael yet. He's very much just like asshole, and he has like the greased back hair. And,
thank God they changed that hair. Somebody like came in and like fixed his, because he just looks so much more. Yeah. So
the story is that season 1, he had this character. People obviously had this kind of a negative perception to him, but Steve Carell, after the first season, did 40-Year-Old Virgin, which blew him up as a star, as a movie star.
Oh, really? I never watched that movie. I want to.
He lost weight between
He got a hair
seasons,
transplant.
And when they picked it up for a second season, they kind of picked it up based on the fact that he also was a big star from 40-Year-Old Virgin. Like, honestly, if that movie didn't succeed, they may have never picked it up for a second season, but they had him at the helm of it now. Mm-hmm. And they kind of transformed his character to kind of resemble a little bit more of kind of who he was in 40-Year-Old Virgin. So he kind of took that on a little bit. more, where he's not as much of an asshole. He's more like this, like, he's more naive and he's a little stupid and like, you know, he makes more stupid miscalculations and stuff like that. I don't know. Like, I feel like they definitely did a course correct very quickly between seasons 1 and 2, because season 2 he opens as a completely different Michael, basically. But season 2 opens up. We get the Dundies episode. Jim and Pam kiss for the first time. We have Jan and Michael's whole start to their relationship. The great episode where Michael burns his foot on the Foreman grill. And
just so many, it's just like
it's
iconic.
Such creative ideas and iconic ideas. Yeah, like nothing in the paper, I hate to keep going back to it, but nothing in the paper feels so original that it's like, how did they come up with this shit? Like, how did they come up with this shit? And The Office does it almost every episode, and it's like, this is groundbreaking new comedy. Like, it's just a new comedy. Like, I cannot imagine those writers' rooms and how much fun they were having when they wrote The Office. In this show, it just feels like they're just trying to meet a quota. Like, they're just trying to make a new Office, and it's not. They're not having fun with it or something. Like, just wish they would just go and just be bold and try something really different again. But yeah, season 2 basically follows, well, for one, Jim's following on for Pam and eventually confessing to her at the end of the season, them kissing for the first, well, their first real kiss at the end of the season on casino night. Season 3 is when Jim goes away to the branch. You chime in here anytime if you have any opinions on anything.
Yeah, sorry.
Jim goes away to the other branch with Karen and Andy. Eventually those branches merge.
See also what I said about first-time relationships, the fucking drama, the unnecessary drama that's there. I swear to God. Just when like you first start, like just some relationships when they just start, it's just so complicated. People just make shit so complicated sometimes. I really feel like things could be just, I don't know. I guess it's like her marriage too was involved, but it's just like, you're not fucking happy with him. Just go. Like,
right.
And him is just like, I don't know. I do like it. Like, obviously it's there. It's the drama. But also, people shit on Karen. Karen did nothing wrong at all. Yeah. She was a good person. She did a good job. She liked Jim. She was dating him. She was trying to communicate with him. Like, they weren't staying up all night for hours because of her. They were doing it because he wasn't over Pam, and it was obvious. And then he's just like, yeah, I'm not over her. And like, she gets upset, and people are just like calling her a bitch. Like, it was that one line where she called Pam a bitch, and I was like, damn. But also, yeah, that is kind of like a girl that's like moving on your man a little bit. So like, I understand why she's pissed off. Yeah. And then she disappeared.
Karen never did really anything
wrong. And everyone hated her because she was splitting them up when Jim used her as a rebound. Yeah. And they had a fun night in New York. It's when you last see them. She's like, come on.
People give Jim too much credit sometimes. Yeah. He definitely has moments in the show where he's a little questionable, and the writing paints him as a good guy. Also,
I think he's a little, I honestly do think he's a little mean towards Dwight sometimes. Because like, it's kind of like, I know he's an asshole, but
I love those memes where it's like, you go watch The Office, and it's like, MFs when they go watch The Office, or MFs who watch The Office, who watch 20 hours of a guy, of thinking it's funny of a guy bullying an autistic
That's
kid.
What I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. That's what I'm about to say, is that like, yeah, it's funny because you know the character, but if this was in real life, if there was a guy acting like that and there's someone in the office bullying him all the time, you're like, come on, there's like something wrong with him. Like, and they're like, but he's annoying. We have a kid in class who's like very loud, and he sometimes says crazy stuff, but no one would ever prank him over and over again, like to the point of push. And like that scene where like they're reading off all the pranks, and Dwight is just sitting there staring, like, and Jim is just like realizing like how much time he spent bullying and targeting this guy, and then afterwards he just keeps doing it again and again.
I think Dwight definitely came off as more autistic in the beginning, but the way they developed his character eventually, I don't think it was like that.
I don't think they ever meant for him to be autistic. I think they just try to make him a nerd.
Right,
like a
but in
crazy
seasons
nerd.
1 and 2, it definitely felt more like...
Well, they went more realistic.
that.
That's the thing. It was more realism.
Right. Seasons
crazy.
4 and stuff where he's like, no, he's a man. Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, he's a killer. He's a
Autistic
hunter.
people are men.
No, but he's like, you know what I mean.
I know, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, season 3 is based on the merger going together. Eventually, Pam confesses her feelings for Jim at the beach day. Season 4, which may be my favorite season of The Office, maybe. That's the one. It opens up with the rabies, the fun run, Dwight killing Angela's cat, Meredith getting hit by a car. We got the episode where Michael drives the car into the water because the system told him to.
Yeah, that's when he had his mental breakdown.
Michael's broke because of Jan. Dwight and Jim go to Karen's Dunder Mifflin branch and like fall down the stairs with the printer. We get the deposition episode where Michael has to do this whole thing with the lawyers and read off his diary. They all read his diary, and he does the "that's what she said" joke in the deposition, and they're like, "What did she say?" He's like, "No, that's what she said." And they're like, he's like, "It's a joke." And then they're like, "Can you read it back?" And they're like,
"That's what she said."
They're like, and blah blah blah, and that's what she said. And he's like, I mean, "You're butchering it." He's butchering it.
No, but then he like stands up for his job and himself because Jan fucking backstabbing him, and yeah.
But eventually we get the dinner party episode with Michael and Jan's heat finally coming to a
That's true.
clash.
I do want to clarify though, it was really wrong of her to bring the diary because she brought the diary before he knew that she did the whole thing. But also what he did with the photos was really fucked up and really stupid. He was trying to send some nudes to a woman who didn't want it to be public to his best friend to Google, like to be like, whoa, and then it was sent out to everybody. So
what is the best episode of The Office in your opinion?
Oh my god, definitely not Scott's Tots.
What's your favorite?
It's really good, but I
episode?
can't fucking watch it. I love Dinner Party a lot.
Dinner Party's good.
My favorite,
and Stress Relief is the one that like gets picked automatically all the time with the fire drill. And I think why Stress Relief is so good is because it's a perfect combination of everything that makes The Office good. Like there's just something so crazy and wacky, but it also shows every character and how they interact with each other.
Yeah,
every character's in it.
Yeah, but everyone loves it because of the intro. I think it's a really good episode.
The episode ends. It goes into it does the CPR training. It has cutting off the face of the dummy.
Yeah, you're right.
There's two like really iconic scenes at the front and end of that.
You're right,
the meditation scene where they find out Michael the beeping and they're doing the
yeah.
Oh my god! Favorite, close your legs. Nobody wants to see that.
My favorite. It's not the funniest, but I do love when Holly's looking for Michael and they find each other. They're my favorite couple. Yeah. Michael and Holly, because like Jim and Pam, it's like interesting.
Michael
and
Holly is
their relationship is so. If we had to compare, they'd probably be the closest relationship.
Yeah.
To us, how we act with each other, they're just so cute and sweet. And Dwight's really funny in that episode. What is that? Didn't they like show like when they go in the Chinese restaurant, they leave and Creed's photos up there on like people who are not allowed to return.
Yeah, Michael and Holly's really good. I don't know. I would say Stress Relief just as like an easy answer, but like
I think besides that one, I think Dinner Party's my favorite.
Dinner Party's really good too.
I just love the fucking scene where he gets the TV and he pushes it back like 3 inches and he's like, and if you got a bunch of people here and and it seems like that episode was like really hard for the actors to.
Threat Level Midnight is. Really good too.
Yeah. That's one.
I do like Threat Level Midnight definitely.
That's because you've made movies like silly movies, like that's like
Niagara is really good too. With Jim and Pam's wedding, that's really good. Yeah. I really like that one. I'm just looking at the top ones.
I like the Ryan started the fire.
I really like the Fun Run episodes.
No, I love the suicide one. That's one of my favorites too.
Ones. Oh, that one's good, yeah.
Yeah, when they look where he's got a fucking bouncy castle and they're like, what do you do? And then they actually start getting worried about him jumping. Dwight, I talk about this all the time. It's so funny in the writers, like, they're so fucking genius, because why would Michael, out of all the insults to call him, you ignorant slut? I sound like such a nerd talking about it, but it's so funny.
Season 4 ends on Goodbye, Toby, another really good
Toby's
episode.
going away.
And the entrance of Holly.
And Holly's there.
Goodbye, Toby's a really good episode. So that one's a really good one, too.
Goodbye, Toby.
Andy proposes to Angela in that episode.
What's the one where he's prison Mike?
Yeah.
The Dementors. Oh, that one guy, that new coworker comes in and, like, everyone's treating him like a felon, or Michael's treating him like some ex-hard felon or whatever.
Season 5 opens up with the weight loss episodes. Holly getting more closer in with Michael.
When they rap with you, they beatbox with each other in front of the camera. Yeah. It's so cute.
This is a really peak time of the show, I believe. I think season 4, 5, 6, and 7 is obviously the peak of the show.
This is when they
Some people say season 2 and season 3 are the peak. I think season 4, 5, and 6, and 7 hit the right level of where the show needs to feel.
When Holly came, this is when they started making Kevin mentally handicapped, where they literally think
slowly Kevin,
where they actually think he literally is
retarded.
Yeah. Like the medical term.
Yeah.
Like
season 5, so they have the roast of Michael. That's a really good episode. Eventually Holly has to leave. Michael and her break up in this very sad episode. Michael tries to frame Toby as he comes back. No, God, please, no.
The meme.
No. The duel with Andy and Dwight. We have Stress Relief, the amazing episode Stress Relief. The Golden Ticket episode. That's a good one too, actually. The Golden Ticket episode. I love that episode. The way it all gets flipped on Michael because he tries to blame it on other people, and then they love the ID. It's like, no, it's my ID.
I love the
Charles comes in, and then officially the Michael Scott Paper Company is
how can I forget? Yeah, I fucking love that moment where he like actually was like a boss.
The Michael Scott Paper Company is
you're gonna have to explain to them why this branch is bleeding. And they're like,
eventually he wins. He gets back into the company. They have a company picnic, and Jim and Pam are pregnant.
Yay, that was a good episode too.
Season 6 is Jim and Pam's wedding. The Mafia episode. Michael with Pam's mom. That's a whole really funny storyline.
Oh boy, yeah.
The Koi Pond episode is really funny. The murder in Savannah episode. Scott's Tots. The good Scott's Tots episode.
I can't.
The Banker episode, which is criticized for being a compilation episode that just recaps The Office. And I agree. I think it's a skippable episode. It does have a nice little message to it though, because it kind of like culminates into like the love that they've all found for each other in the office. And it's kind of cool. But it is one of those episodes that doesn't age well because you don't want to watch it twice.
Yeah,
like they don't really make those kinds of episodes anymore either. I think they realize
it kind of felt like a classic thing.
Because Friends did it all the time. Friends had multiple times in their show where they just did flashback episodes and just showed old clips of old episodes. Like they literally did one episode. It was just like all about Ross and Rachel. It was the one with the wedding invitation, where Ross was inviting Rachel to his wedding, but the whole episode was just about the whole story of Ross and Rachel up to that point. And just flashbacks.
We watched it all.
Yeah. And that happened multiple times. It happened with Monica and Chandler. It happened with, happened again too with somebody. I can't remember. Jim and Pam have their baby. Michael and Donna, the married woman. Andy and Aaron get together. Season 7, we have the nepotism episode with Michael's nephew,
where he
the great
him.
Evan Peters. Michael and Toby go to counseling. We have the STD episode where Michael thinks he has an STD from all his girlfriends.
It's funny. I thought I had one, but it was just
It's the same thing. I told her, you're like Michael Scott. Holly returns. The Search for Michael episode. The PDA episode, Threat Level Midnight. Then we finally say goodbye to Michael in season 7.
And then it all went downhill
and it all
from there.
goes down.
Yep.
Especially with the introduction of Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell was a cancer to The Office.
I don't know what they wanted to do.
And I think he really put a stick.
But it's not the actor's fault.
No.
No. He can be really funny.
I love Will Ferrell. But I will say this is one of the most annoying characters I've ever seen in fiction because...
He's sexist. He's not that funny. He's inconsistent.
And not only considering all of that, this is Michael's last episode. And somehow Will Ferrell is there stealing the show, trying to take away and make moments funny and make it about him. And he didn't even end up becoming like the new Michael Scott.
No, what's crazy is that Michael was so much funnier than him. He made Michael look good.
Right. And I don't really understand the point. Like, he was just so annoying. And he ruined Dwight and Michael's last goodbye together. Like, Dwight and Michael didn't have a final goodbye together because of all the stuff that happened where Dwight was mad that Michael went and hired Will Ferrell's character instead of Dwight.
Yeah,
and it's this whole like orchestrated thing. And the weird thing is they never resolve it. Like, Dwight and Michael just kind of like are mad at each other in Michael's final episode.
Yeah, he gave him bold testicles.
Yeah, and he kind of just like leaves, and that's it. Like, Michael and Dwight's the whole thing is just ruined.
I think the anger that he had towards Michael, I don't know, the development, I think it was handled a little weird even earlier on.
I didn't care for it. I didn't care for that. I didn't care for Will Ferrell's character, how he came in and kind of ruined that whole feel. There was just like, in that beautiful song they sing for Michael, and it's so emotional, and then Will Ferrell cuts in at the end and he's like, and it just like ruins the whole moment. And it's like, maybe that was the point of the writing was, oh, he's such a awkward thing. He ruins everything. But like, this is Michael's final episode. Like, I want to enjoy this.
Yeah.
I want this to be a fulfilling episode. I want this to make me cry. And you are breaking me out of that emotional state. Like, that's the issue.
Yeah.
So I really don't care for it. I think it was a bad choice on Will Ferrell's acting part of it, but also the writing first, obviously.
Yeah.
Dwight becomes acting manager by the end of that season.
They should have just made him manager.
They
They should have just made him fucking manager. They only did it because they wanted a lead up or something. Or
they could have got rid of Will Ferrell like maybe halfway through that, and then had Michael like endorse
why
Dwight
just
by
not?
the end.
It would have been such a heartfelt thing where Michael's like, you know what, you can do it,
Right.
and then maybe like once Michael leaves, they take it away from him.
Right, because he does shoot the gun in the floor and then he loses everything.
Maybe that could be something like that, and then kind of have the build up again where like, but then don't make another beloved character Andy. Don't, because you don't know how to write another better way to get him to leave. Don't turn him into an asshole.
So in season 8, Andy becomes the manager of Dunder Mifflin.
Andy. Andy was a character I really liked.
Well, hold on. Because season 8 with Andy, you're forgetting. Season 8 is not where Andy goes bad. Season 9 is where Andy goes bad.
No, but even then it's not like amazing. He's not that funny. He's less funny because they're trying to make him like Michael. Like they're trying to make...
They kind of do this. They're kind of trying to merge Andy and Michael together almost. Because it is still Andy.
It just doesn't fit his character.
They're trying to make him more offensive.
To me, it just doesn't fit his character. Michael. It doesn't. I just don't think the character that they wrote is not a good fit for it.
My opinion differs. Especially when I seen the extended cuts of the episodes, season 8 appeared a lot better to me than the first time I watched it. It's not
all unfunny.
No, I think season 8's actually a pretty good effort at continuing The Office. I think it holds the spirit pretty well. All the characters hold up for the most part. I actually like Andy as manager in the beginning of that season. I actually do. I like.
I don't like it because I know other characters.
I like the episodes that he's in. What happens with him? He does that whole reward system and gets the tattoo on his butt. I thought that was a really funny episode.
That's probably the only time
he's just trying to get their approval because his parents are not proud of him. And we have the garden party episode where we get more in depth with his parents. We have the Doomsday Clock episode where Dwight makes the clock and Andy's just trying to pull together the whole office.
Yeah, but Andy didn't even fucking do
And one of my
anything.
favorite episodes in season 8 is the Mrs. California episode where Robert comes in and he says, my wife is about to walk in. She's going to ask for a job. You will not hire her.
But that's not
at
even
all
Andy.
costs."
Andy didn't contribute really
No,
to a
but
lot
Andy's the way he plays that in that episode, the actor, I think it is so funny. Like that was that was one moment in The Office that really made me laugh. Like actually made me laugh is when Robert's like, he's like, Andy, just tell her, just lay it all out. Tell her the truth. Just tell her the truth. And then Andy's like, are you sure? And he's like, am I sure? Tell her the truth. And then Andy's like, well, anyway, blah, 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 and tells her everything. And then Robert's like, you lying son of a bitch.
But that's Robert California. That's not really...
But Andy's face, like the way he acts it, it's so funny. I don't know. I actually like Andy for the first half of season 8 when he's trying to become manager. As season 8 progresses, though, it really falls for me when they go to Florida. That's
stupid.
where this whole season gets derailed, I feel like. Kathy and Jim's whole cheating storyline, even though Jim doesn't cheat, but just the whole
fact that they fucking were planning on it, though. That's how much of like the writers felt.
Right.
The fact to know
The
that they were
writers
planning on making them cheat.
The writers themselves were... And that is important to know these behind the scenes things because it does alter your view of the show. Because they also planned for Pam to have some kind of thing in season 9 with
Which is
Brian.
crazy because I'm in a relationship with you. I can never even imagine.
And Jim and Pam's actors like both said like they don't want to do it. Like they just said that's not in our characters. That's going to ruin the show.
Yeah.
And
guess what? They were right.
thank God they stood up and did something about it because
The fact that they actually thought that'd be a good idea
the fact
is crazy.
that the writers thought that was going to be a good idea is crazy. At least from the knowledge that I know, that's the same knowledge I've gotten from all this. But yeah, overall, I think once they go to Florida, this kind of where The Office starts to kind of fall off. It's the beginning of the end here. They go to Florida. I just feel like everything gets so mismatched.
Oh my god, they make Kevin even more stupid. What was there's a moment I was like,
Kevin gets even stupider in these last 2 seasons, like to the point where he's like literally a toddler.
He actually is mentally disabled. At
Like
this point.
he's like
there's
a
no
toddler.
explanation. Yeah.
They basically what they do after season 7 is they just turn every character into like a caricature.
Literally,
themselves.
what Michael said is like, don't become a caricature.
Yeah. And it just makes everybody, because what ends up happening is Dwight and Jim and Pam, they have to take up the space left by Michael. And by them taking that up, there's other characters that have to take the side roles beside them. Also, there's a ton of stuff that happens in these last couple seasons that really screw everything up. Pam's actress gets pregnant again. She has to leave for a good part of
her.
She has to leave for like a good 6 or 7 episodes of season 8, I believe. Another thing is Kelly and Ryan are barely in these seasons because they split off from the show at some point during this. It's not just Michael. It's the show in general. Like they had parts where they just were not connecting. Jim and Dwight basically are there to carry the show for the last 2 seasons, and Dwight especially, but they have to alter their characters in some way to be the leads, because before they were just they were leads, but they were not the lead. Like, and a lead character has a different character profile than the ones on the side of the lead. So once they took up the leads, their characters do change. They're a little bit different. They're a lot more in the center. They're a lot more focused on. They have a lot more agency in the plot. In doing stuff, like as Michael guided the plot before, like he guided. I mean, there was other characters that sometimes did it, but Michael generally guided where the plot went.
Yeah,
it became Michael and Dwight, or Michael and Jim, or Jim and Dwight. Jesus,
or Jim and
Jim and Dwight. So these last 2 seasons, I think, suffer from they become a caricature of themselves. There is good moments throughout both of these seasons, and I actually think the first half of season 8 was actually a really good effort at continuing The Office. I think they screw up though somewhere in there, and Oh, with Andy too. That was the other person. So Andy gets with Aaron by the end of season 8, but then because Andy's actor goes and films The Hangover 2, they have to split him off and not put him in the first half of season 9. And so they make this really odd storyline where he's just an asshole and dismisses Aaron, and then Aaron,
this fucker comes along,
and then Aaron leaves him for this new guy who's really not that interesting.
It's just the new fucking Jim.
But you can't like be upset at her for leaving him for him, because obviously he's better than what Andy's being. But at the same time, you just don't want this to happen in the first place.
Well, at that point, I did, because I hated.
Well,
Andy.
But you don't want the whole storyline to happen, because you're just like, why? And it's also like, you didn't even have to split him up. You could have just done something. You could have split him up for a little bit, put Andy on the boat, that's fine. But why make him an asshole? Why do all that? What's the reason to do all that? Like, I don't understand. Like, they throw Pam out of the episodes for a couple for 6 or 7 episodes. Like, you can throw Andy out for 6 or 7 episodes. We get it. We understand he's doing other projects, and we can get that. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to ruin the whole character because of it. Yeah. It really, really taints the end of the series.
Again, it's just because I feel like they didn't know how else also to write out that he leaves and Dwight becomes the new manager. This is it too. I think they just did it. I don't know. They just like had a character and they knew people liked him, so they're like, let's just make him an asshole so people don't like him anymore.
Oscar and Angela also take up a much bigger role in these final 2 seasons.
I didn't mind that.
Which I like it. Actually,
I think it's kind of fucked up though that his character actually would sleep with her husband.
I actually like that Oscar and Angela became a bigger part of this these last 2 seasons. I think they had, because like I said, those characters had to take up the leads. They had to then put the extra focus on some of these other characters. Oscar and Angela became those characters, became this love triangle with the senator.
I do like
I enjoyed that whole storyline. I thought it was funny.
Well, I do like too seeing this fucking horrible Christian woman kind of actually become friends with Oscar kind of more. Mm-hmm. It's like
there's like a friendship that's
but like also like they hate each other more.
Mm-hmm. I actually think it's one of the better parts of season 9 is Oscar and Angela's whole storyline. But season 9, the problem with season 9 is it's so forgettable other than the end. Like I don't know, like it's just so,
because it ends with
it's
like
so
Dwight becoming a dad, basically, right? Is that
the ending is like, well, the whole season, well, like the first half of the season is kind of just like trying to do normal Office episodes with the Andy kind of being gone, but like Robert California is gone, by the way. Also, Robert California in season 8. What do you feel about Robert California? I
love Robert California.
I didn't like him when I first watched The Office. By the way, I've seen The Office through like 15 times.
Through different ages.
Like, I've seen it a lot. I
saw it one time all the way through once.
I've seen The Office
when I was like 16.
I've seen The Office the most out of any TV show, I think, ever.
Well, yeah, because a lot of times we would just play it in the background too.
Yeah, I actively watched it over and over again, though. So I know this show very well. But
that's crazy.
The first time watching it, I did not like Robert California, because I think that's just naturally how you feel coming off of Michael. Mm. But the second time watching through, you talk?
Hello?
Yeah. All right, I was just checking audio. The second time through, I really actually enjoyed the character. And actually, as I went into like later and later rewatches, I liked him more and more.
Oh, what do you think about Gabe?
And by the way, when we watched the extended cuts just last year or whatever, when we watched that this year, I enjoyed Robert California to even higher level. I think those extended cuts for season 8 really do that season wonders a lot, because a lot of stuff is cut out of those first few episodes, and I think it really fleshes out Robert's character.
So what do you think of Gabe?
Gabe, I like Gabe.
I love Gabe.
Yeah,
he's a little creep. He's a little weirdo. I think he's funny.
So yeah, season 9, the lice episode I actually like of that season. That's a good one. That's one of the standouts of that season, where Pam has lice and she gives it to the whole office. I thought that was a funny one. The work bus episode where the whole cast almost died, and directed by Bryan Cranston. That episode. So they go on the work bus and they go. That's a good one. Jim ends up going to Philly. That's kind of like this other storyline. So basically, season 9 does this thing where it splits Jim and Pam apart now again because they want to create tension.
I hate that shit.
And then Jim's off in Philly, and Pam's alone with the kids, and she feels very alone. And then
Jim seems to have like no empathy,
right,
for some reason.
And then they bring in,
and then they like reveal that Jim's a slob too, which like pisses me off too.
Then they bring in the camera crew, basically starting to bring them in more as characters. Pam has this thing with this Brian character, and it's kind of odd. That
I don't think they should have broke it like that. I don't think they should have. I feel like the moment they did that, it ruined it. When the people behind...
Some people say that's when it... Like,
I was like, that's it. It's fucking gone now. Because Michael, it's like...
It does break the magic.
Like, it just destroyed it. And it just... I don't know. Yeah. I don't like it.
We do get the episode with The Farm, which was a soft pilot episode for Dwight's own show, which was interesting.
Which would have been great, I think. Or at least it would have been better.
And then the show really ramps up in the last, like, 4 or 5 episodes.
Let's make this good suddenly.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, people are going to be really bad.
The Office at the end of season 9 goes, like, suddenly the writers just started writing, like, flames on their papers. And just, like the last few episodes were just so good. Like they started tying all the documentary stuff together when everybody starts seeing the trailers of themselves and all their secrets are getting put out. Like it really kind of starts to culminate the show, and you're starting to feel like, oh my God, everything from their past is coming up to haunt them again. And like, I don't know, it's so good. And then like, we get this whole storyline with Dwight and Angela and their love relationship finally coming to a head in one of the best moments of the entire show.
I love you.
Yeah. And when she tells him it's her baby, it's his baby. And, you know, he does that. God. He says, I love you first before he knows that. And she just wanted him to love her before him loving her because of the baby. I think it's one of the best moments of the entire series. And then we go into the finale, which I think the finale is one of the best finales of any TV series. So I do think it's a really strong comeback. And it's interesting to see a show that has a declining last couple seasons, but has a really good finale and a really good ending, because that's really rare to see. I don't know if it's happened in many other shows. Like, I mean, obviously Game of Thrones, we can say, you know, it went down and there's a
I can make a whole episode talking about season 8 of Game of Thrones.
There's a visible decline, and we will do a Game of Thrones episode next year before House of the Dragon. But I mean, have you ever seen any other show that's ended like bad, but like it was going bad, but then it just like wraps everything up somehow beautifully?
I can't think of really something like that.
Let us know if you guys have seen any other show that's done what The Office has done, where it was like a declining brand almost. It felt empty, and then like all of a sudden it just like,
I bet someone's gonna say something like, duh. Someone's gonna say something like, duh, why didn't I think of that?
Right. I mean, I haven't watched a lot of TV compared to what people may think. It's actually kind of embarrassing that I haven't seen as much as I talk about movies and stuff. But there's not a lot of shows that end bad and come back like that. So let us know. Let us know.
Yeah.
Overall, season 8 and 9 are obviously the eyesores on this series. But it saves it by having a good ending. I think if it
coming back.
If it didn't have a good ending, we would think of this show the same as Game of Thrones. It fell off and got ruined, and we ignore that ending. And but because it has such a good ending, we can kind of like be like, it was all pretty good. There's just a couple bumps in the road. But it was like the best show of all time, with what we can kind of gather, or best comedy, or I don't know, you know.
No, definitely not the best comedy, but one of them. I don't agree with the best comedy.
What's the best comedy ever?
I can't really think of any off the top of my head, but honestly, I just think Parks and Rec was funnier a lot.
You like Parks and Rec more than The Office?
The Office is really funny, but I don't know. Parks and Rec is just, it's funny, and when I like a character even more, I just laugh with them more.
We should do a whole episode of Parks and Rec versus The Office.
Because you like The Office more. Because, like, The Office feels more... the characters are just so lovable in Parks and Rec that when I really care... Like, I love a character... I just laugh with them more. Like, I'm just so much more happier watching it.
I'm not going to compare Office and Parks and Rec on this pod, but because I could go into a full episode with that. I think we could do it one day. I don't know when's the right time to do that though. Like, when are we going to talk about Parks and Rec? Like, we are going to have a burner episode that we just do Office versus Parks and Rec.
There are other comedy shows that I've seen that are like, I think you should leave. I mean, that's a sketch comedy show, but
I don't know. The Office just builds so much on the previous comedy, and that's why first seasons are so hard to judge, because you have to build those characters, and by seasons 4, 5, and 6, that's where the blend of comedic genius can really flourish. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So overall, The Office, pretty good.
Overall, I'd rank it S. No,
we're not ranking right now.
Oh, sorry. It'd go an A because of the last few seasons. It was S, in my opinion.
I'll go into my ranking obviously later, but
I'm sorry, I don't mean to step.
I really like The Office. It's one of the best shows of all time, definitely. It's time for Drake's big fucking board of seasons of TV shows. This one's gonna take a while. We got 10 seasons of TV shows to get through. We're gonna go quick though. Okay, we are ranking season 1 of The Office. Oh, Jesus God.
Hurry up, ranking boy. Rank! Rank! Rank!
Low B tiers. Low B tiers. Low B tiers on season 1 of The Office. We're ranking all the seasons of The Office. Low B tier on season 1. I think it's good, but I don't think it's average. I think it's more than average, but I don't think it's anything else.
We're gonna speed run these.
Season 2 of The Office. It's getting really good now. I think season 2 of The Office is getting really good comedy. So we're going in mid A tiers, definitely. For right now.
Speed through.
Season 3 of The Office, I do think is better than season 2. I don't think it's peak. Some people do, but I do think it's better than season 2. So we're going right above season 2 for season 3. Yep. Season 4 of The Office. Oh. This quite might be my favorite season of The Office.
Might be.
I'm not quite sure though. I really don't know what my favorite season is. I'm gonna have to decide right now. Season 4.
Season 9 is my favorite.
Season 4 is an S tier. 100%. I think it's one of the best seasons of comedy television and one of the best seasons of television. Yep. Season 5 of The Office. This is the one that contends with season 4. Definitely.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's a show that I think is funnier than The Office, and I haven't even watched all the way through. I watched the first, things about it.
Season 5 of The Office. I'm going to say season 4 is the best, only because I remember more stuff from season 4 than season 5. Season 4 is just so much more iconic to me. Dinner Party. Stress Relief is in season 5. There's so much iconic stuff in season 5 too. Don't get me wrong, it's an S tier. But season 4 is so iconic to me.
Sorry. Here you go.
Season 6, believe it's still an S tier. This is The Office's greatest run of comedy. It was seasons 4, 5, and 6. Mm-hmm. Very, very good. Next. Season 7 of The Office. Sorry.
Sorry, that was my
Season
fault.
7 of The Office. Personally, I really love season 7 of The Office. Will Ferrell brings it down a little bit. I am going to put it in.
What the fuck is his character's name, anyways? You remember? People just call him Will Ferrell.
I'm going to put it in high A tiers. High A tiers. I mean borderline S, but Will Ferrell genuinely
pissed you off.
Brings it down.
Pissed me off.
Brings it down a little bit.
You don't even know that reference because you don't watch regular show.
Season 8 of The Office. Season 8 of The Office is gonna go right above season 1.
For B for
Season 8, I think, has enough good parts. Season 1 is just, it's short. It's I love season 1, but it is short. It has less in it. Season 8 does outnumber it in terms of quantity. I do think there's enough good episodes in season 8 to outnumber season 1, but the overall quality of season 8 is rougher than season 1. Okay.
That's the one with California, like doing that interview, right?
What? Season 8's all Robert California. He's not in season 7 or 9.
I am the fucking Lizard King.
All right. And season 9 of The Office. Unfortunately, I do think season 9 is it worse than season 1? I don't know.
Yes, it's worse than season 1.
But the finale and everything combined,
I mean,
it has to be a little bit better. Season 1,
I don't think
it's really hard to compare.
I don't think a
season
good finale can save a whole season. I think a good finale can save a show. I don't think it can save a season because they did so many wrong, bad, dumb things. And that's when they were gonna make Pam and Jim cheat on each other, right? Was that season 9? They were gonna make a fucking cheat. Like I can't. Like it's just no. It's they had so much more expectations for season 1. That's like a new show. There's no expectations. There's more responsibility. With greater power comes greater responsibility, and they failed. They did not. I don't know what happened. And I feel bad saying it because, I'm not a writer. I'm not in a writer's room. I don't have fucking executives and producers that are saying shit behind my back.
I agree.
Okay.
High C's. It's going down to C's. C's, Andy's stuff, really.
Oh my
Andy's
God.
stuff brings it down.
Andy,
so
Aaron, just all of the Jim, Pam.
how forgettable 90% of the season is.
I don't want the last season having two of the main love interests fucking fighting the entire time.
Now, by the averages of all these, you'd think it would end up in A tier. We're going to see. So that's my final ranking of The Office in order. Season 4, Season 5, Season 6, Season 7, Season 3, Season 2, Season 8, Season 1, Season 9.
Yeah.
So give us your ranking down in the comments. Which Office season was your favorite?
Let's give a
and what was your ranking? Give us your ranking. Give us your big fucking board.
Let's give Drake a round of applause for the ranking. Odie, clap. Clap, Odie. He's clapping in his mind.
Yes.
Can you imagine if Otis, our cat, just stood up on 2 legs and just went like...
Last, we are ranking on my big fucking board, The Office, the entire series. Okay. Although The Office has so many bumps in its road, it is
A.
S tier.
Yeah.
It is S tier.
I understand why, but it's A.
And
Good Place is S tier.
I feel like as an average of the seasons, it looked like it should end up in A. But when I rank it on my list, overall, I just still think of The Office as just one of the best TV shows ever made.
It is.
And it feels like S tier to me, so it has to be an S tier to me.
It kind of reminds me of like Game of Thrones, except Game of Thrones.
When you ask me what my favorite TV shows are going to be, I'm going to say The Office, and I can't say my favorite TV show isn't an S tier.
It reminds me of Game of Thrones, except Game of Thrones just was like a full decline, and there was no really like bright moments. It was just full darkness near the end of it. Nothing good about it at all.
I love The Office. It is.
But there are some shining moments, even in the shittier seasons. There are some good moments.
It is in my top. I think it's in my top 5 favorite shows in my actual list. So it's up there. It's not my favorite show, but it is top 5. I think it's my favorite comedy show. I'm not sure,